Today's daily message is understanding and talking about anxiety. And it's a really big thing because anxiety is actually where you are having anxiety about a future thought, about something that's going to happen to you. So it's not in the present, but it's like I'm having anxiety about this that's going to happen to me. And you think of all the bad things that are going to happen. As I say, you don't overthink on a positive a lot of the time. We overthink on the negative. And anxiety comes from a place where you are so wrapped up and wound up, and the overthinking and the fear and everything, it's future fear is what you're thinking and what you're feeling. And it plays that really in real time in your physical body. And a lot of you have known this if you've suffered from anxiety. So it's important to understand that anxiety is something that can take control over your body, can take control over your mind, but it's your soul that actually comes forward and says, that's enough. You can interrupt this anxiety at any time. If you have a certain affirmation, some people do counting, whatever it is that you want to use to interrupt. So every time that anxiety happens, it could be putting music in your ears and just listening to a song. You need to interrupt the anxiety. So when I say interrupt, you may say things like positive affirmations like, I am enough, or I am a capable and willing person, I am a lovable and affectionate person. You know, you need to find whatever that particular affirmation is that you're wanting for you. You find something very personal, you memorize it. So when anxiety comes up, you keep saying that over and over and over again. This is a little bit different, but I guess similar situation. So sometimes when I'm doing Pilates and it's a really hard exercise, I'm literally sitting there going, this is simple, this is easy, this is fun, this is simple, this is easy, this is fun. And as I concentrate on that, I'm taking my mind away from the pain in my body and I'm able to move through things. So positive affirmations works on many different levels, but today while we're talking about anxiety, you're interrupting that negative self-talk, you're interrupting those negative thought patterns. And then by the time if you do that and you have that anxiety that comes in and you interrupt the pattern, you can then come back and sit into a place and go, I'm going to ground myself in the present moment right now. I can't control that part, so I'm going to let it go. And you come back to the present, you ground yourself, you shift your focus to what you can change and what you can do. And that is to the positivity side of things, so that you're going down, like I say all the time, the positivity timeline, not the negative timeline. So you have to learn how to be able to recognize the anxiety, interrupt it, change it, ground it, get back into the present. Then you need to shift your focus. And the last thing that you need to do is to take back your power, because your power was taken away in the first place. So by doing this, you are taking your power back. It's very important. I know it's not as simple as let's do these 5 steps, because I know anxiety is really crippling and it is a massive thing for people. But you have to sometimes have a strategy, and that's what I'm telling you today, is you can make a strategy for your anxiety. And if that doesn't work, you find another strategy. You keep working till you find what works for you. So sometimes even with anxiety, I found one time I was away overseas and I was with friends and I had lost a dear friend that day. So I was already upset and crying. And then I went into a country and they marked my passport, which meant I couldn't get back into that country, and my feelings overwhelmed me. Well, I had a really amazing lady who was a beautiful person, and she took me and she said, okay, look at the fan, right? Look at the smoke alarm, right? Look at the corner of this door here, right? Look at that little picture over there, right? By the time you're taking your concentration, it actually breaks you enough that you stop crying, which is also a part of anxiety, and it just centers you back in. And then you refocus, you ground, you refocus, and you step ahead. So I hope that makes sense for you today. I love you all, and look after yourself. Anxiety is real. You have to find a way to deal with it. Love you all. See you tomorrow.